So here's another video about what we'll be covering in our workshop for couples on resilience. And that is the whole idea of intimacy.
Intimacy. Tell us a bit about intimacy, Bev.
Right. So Pia Melody puts it so beautifully when she describes it as an intersection between truth and love, where I can be honest and loving at the same time. And the whole purpose of that is really to bring us into closer connection with our partners. And there are three parts to that. Tell us, Sima, what are those three parts that we need to practice?
Well, for intimacy, Terry Real says there are three vital pieces: empathy, vulnerability, and accountability. And we'll go into each of the three of them at different points. But let's start with empathy. Okay, Bev? Empathy is really trying to understand the other person. It's not sympathy. Sympathy is feeling what they're feeling because you've had a similar experience. Empathy is feeling for them. And we talk a lot with couples and with different types of therapy, actually, about the difference between compassion and empathy. And we're always doing this sort of dance of, I feel you because I've been there, and I feel for you because understanding you the way I do, I understand how upsetting this is for you.
Right. And I also want to bring in the other aspect of, because I might have been through something similar. If I've gotten wet in the rain, I can understand what that's like for you. And what that means is empathy is understanding somebody else's experience. It's not a matter of right or wrong. It's I understand and I can feel your experience, especially if it is something that I've been through. If it isn't, then we need a little bit more modesty and curiosity around that. And I love what Brené Brown brings up, that empathy is not about at least. She said, don't use the word at least. You're in a hole, but at least you have food with you.
Oh, it's so minimizing. It's like the opposite of validating. Validating would be, yeah, that sucks. Minimizing is, well, at least this, and trying to, I mean, it's like toxic positivity. Just be happy because it's not as bad as it could be.
Exactly. And what you brought up, which is so beautiful, Terry speaks about true love demands democracy, same as energy. When we speak down to people, then it could be like, at least I know better. It's not so bad, as you say. Or we could speak from the other end of shame. In abusive relationships, people might show a lot of empathy for the abuser to keep themselves safe and protected, but it comes from a shame-based place.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll feel the empathy if it comes from a same as energy.
That's great, Bev. So this is the first of the three parts that we must have for intimacy: empathy, vulnerability, and accountability. Thanks for spending the few minutes with us. See you soon.